Since the heyday of the well-traveled salesman, a lot of long-distance business transactions have been completed over the telephone instead of over lunch. And although there are now a number of long-distance carriers, there's still no better place to see how the national telephone service works than here at AT&T Communications in Bedminster, New Jersey. Rich Wetmore is the district manager of the Network Operations Center. Here, the day shift is often busiest because that's when most business calls are made. I asked Mr. Wetmore to explain what goes on here.
When a customer makes a call on AT&T's network, of course, what you want the call to do is go through. And what we try to monitor from this point in the country is the entire AT&T network, and we look for cases where a customer's call is not going through. We do that with our wall board, and the wall board displays data that's collected from all over the country and all over AT&T's network. And the wall board tells us when customers are making calls and they're not going through because there isn't enough capacity in our network. What we do when we see that type of problem is we change the way routing in the network works. We take normal routing and reconfigure it to route those calls via some third city, someplace else in the country that has capacity to the destination the caller is trying to reach. And when we put that reroute in, everybody's calls do go through and all the customers are happy.
Now, as you might imagine, there tends to be more long-distance traffic between New York and Los Angeles than between Nashville and Nogales. Does that mean that AT&T has to put in many more lines from New York to LA?
It's very, very similar, in fact, to the way you'd engineer a highway system for the country. Is between major cities, you have major highways, and they have 10 or 11 or 12 lanes sometimes. That's the way our network looks. To smaller cities, you have 2-lane highways. That's the way the network looks, too, in terms of the circuits and capacity we provide. However, our fundamental principle is no matter where you live in the country, you should get an equitable type treatment in terms of the way the network performs and the blocking level you get. The traditional guideline we've always used, no matter if you live in Chicago or where I'm from, Horseheads, New York, is that you should get basically 0 blocking on the average throughout the day.
Since our constant goal is to strive for efficiency and economy, we want to construct a telecommunications network among some cities at the lowest possible cost.